Great. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Glens Falls, City of Glens Falls Water and Sewer Commission special meeting. It's Tuesday, January 16th. It's a little after 2 p.m., closer to 2:30 here. Our first item is public participation. I don't see anybody here for the public to participate. Anybody reaches out to you online, Peter, please let us know, and we'll stop and take any questions or any public participation. The second item is discussion items. The claim for Steve's Place. You want the first one, Bill?
Yeah, we had. I think it was right before Christmas holiday. We had a couple of line blockages up there in front of Steve's Place. Our crew was out there for several hours clearing it up. Steve's Place was backed up. They sent a claim in. We've sent it to the insurance company to see where it goes. But basically what's going to happen is we believe the grease was from Steve's Place. So.
Wow.
So that's the initial reports we have, and if you look through the backup material that Adam has supplied, you'll see that.
Great. I thought Steve's Place was closed due to they're selling the property. No, they're still open.
They're still open.
I apologize. I didn't know that. I had to go get myself a meal before they close. Second one is pump replacement project has started.
That has started. If you look, you can see these are pictures of the pumps, the old pumps you see right there. You can see where the two new pumps are going to be put in place. We're pouring the pads. You can see the pads in place there. We'll go through and you can see the one pump, new pump there on the far left.
Yep.
We put in place, fabricating some of the piping. There's one of the new pumps in place. Hopefully by the end of next week, if you continue to watch, those are just the top of the nameplates for each pump. And there you can see the two new pumps. Once those two pumps are up and running, the third old pump, which is the only one running right now, will be replaced also. And those are the three pumps that we purchased from Barnes. We're going to pay for one each year for over 3 years, and all of the piping and stuff, that was the other $100,000 that we put in the bid for the Adirondack.
So what is it pumping?
It's pumping return activated sludge, so what we have to do is off the bottom of the secondary clarifiers, that sludge is being pumped back to the head of the aeration tanks, so that we keep all the microorganisms within the system.
Stirred up?
Stirred up and within the system, because we don't want to get rid of those, because that's what is creating all the biological activity within the aeration tanks and eating all the organic material within the waste. And we want to keep that under a certain percentage of how much return activated sludge and secondary sludge we have. And how we do that is we waste, and then we'd send that off to the biosolids to be mixed with the primary. That's how we get rid of the biosolids. So that's underway. Like I said, we'll do these two pumps. We'll get them up and running. We'll have that third pump in place probably until the middle of or the beginning of next month, and then they'll replace that once everything's shaken out with the other two, and then we'll go ahead and replace that one.
Thank you. The next one's 5 Horicon, a claim there.
Yeah, there was a claim submitted again to the insurance company. Megan submitted it. She did tell the people from 5 Horicon, Allison Woolstitch, she had a daycare. They were impacted a couple times with the dirty water during the flushing. She was very nice. I spoke to her several times during it. Unfortunately, and Megan has told her, it says right on the claim form, it has been within 90 days. They were past the 90 days, it's been submitted, so we'll see what the insurance company says.
Okay.
So,
but that's for the water. They feel like it was like a water heater, or
well, it's for her all the stuff that she had. She had bottled water, bags of ice.
Gotcha,
she listed everything right there. The bullets.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Vehicle purchase.
As the mayor knows, we put in $60,000 for a purchase of a vehicle. The city council decided that should come out of ARPA funding. They also specified that they wanted an electric vehicle. So Chris and Christian did a great job of doing the legwork of investigating any kind of electrical vehicle that we could get that would, you know, be
Usable.
usable for our purposes. They've gone through several of them. Chris has listed them out, and Christian knows about it. And all of the ones we've looked at are either much more expensive, or they really don't fit our needs because they don't have the range that we really need just yet. I listened to a couple of different salesmen talk about the electrical cars. They're just not there ready for us just yet. They're, you know, the range isn't there, and they're too expensive right now. That'll start coming down. Do I believe at some point we'll be able to do it? Yes, I do. I did contact our design engineer for the electrical system. We're going to go ahead and incorporate some of the charging stations into the project, so that once, you know, they do become available, we'll have that. I also talked to John Goldie, who's overseeing the design for us and giving the specifications. He said that even Caterpillar now are looking at electrical vehicles and the heavy duty ones. So we'll look at, you know, even a larger charging station for even very large vehicles too. So it's not that we're opposed to electrical vehicles. It's just not a fit right now. So if you get a chance, you can look at that, what Chris found. And so basically what we're looking for, an Explorer or even a hybrid, but it's still $20,000 to $25,000 less than.
Right, but I really need you to, so you can take input over the next week or two with the Water and Sewer Commission, and then take that input and come to the Common Council. They may choose to have you spend the extra money for the electric vehicle, but you present your case and tell them what your, you know, what your suggestion is, which is, you know, do they really want this done, right?
Yep.
So be ready for a lively discussion. That's all. Okay?
Yep.
And understand that because the state has mandated the clean energy goals for the city, and so they can help you decide whether they want to spend the additional or not. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Great.
but he is not qualified. They're not qualified to electric vehicles. So why do it? I mean, maybe other departments can do it, but this
What is not qualified?
they don't have the range. They don't have range.
Well, I think there's going to be some debate on what Bill's finding and what they're telling him, and there are people who do think it has the range more than enough for anything that's here or to Queensbury and back. I think there's much debate about it, and again, the state has mandated that we be transferring over. We have already started with some departments, such as Building and Codes has an electric vehicle, but they want an electric vehicle for Bill, and they want to use ARPA money for that, and they want an electric vehicle for the fire department, and they're suggesting that, and it is they who decide how the funds are spent in the city, and not us. And there are people out there who are saying all sorts of things about this, and so it's they get to decide whether it's worth 25,000 or more. To do that, to achieve some green energy goals that will actually be penalized for if as the state goes on, if we're not starting to move. So I'm not suggesting either one. I think the conversation's got to happen. Common Council decides how to spend the funds of the money, the funds of the city. Excuse me. Sorry. So I don't think either. I think you'll have argument on both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be careful and make sure you're testing your information about the range, because there is an electric vehicle made today that can't handle going anywhere in the city or the town of Queensbury and back on more than a charge. So there's false information out there too from the manufacturers. I know because I'm looking at a hybrid truck right now, and when I talked about an electric truck, they're also saying, I think that they're not very motivated to sell electric vehicles at this point. So I'm going to stay out of it. we need, you had a conversation with your budget with the common council.
Correct.
And I do appreciate that you don't have a horse in the stake. You just need a new vehicle.
Mhm.
And you need it to make sense. And if they wish to spend more money on an electric vehicle, then that's their prerogative. All right? All right. Thank you.
Just continuing under discussion, last time I told you we had a meeting with Ray Pierce and everything went really well. They wrote it up, you have them there. These are the minutes I just wanted to hand out. You don't have to, obviously, we're not going to go over them now, but when you get a chance, you can read them and see exactly how we're going. I just wanted to make sure that, and I want to keep the board up to speed on what we're doing and how we're progressing with the electrical upgrade.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next on the
Well,
agenda.
one
No?
more
Sorry, go
on
ahead.
discussion real quick. The last probably 6 weeks, we've been using South Glens Falls tow behind unit because our VACCON has been up and down. So it's actually down in the shop now, getting a new pump. I guess there was some discussion from Mayor Hall and then Tom Gerard with Mayor Collins about getting a Sirico or a jet truck, a new jet truck. We're looking at getting a tow, just what South Glens Falls has, is a tow behind unit, and that accomplishes a couple different things. Number one, you don't need a CDL to utilize that tow behind. Secondly, it has two reels. It has the reel that we clean the sewer lines with, and we can also do the lateral lines, because our truck is much too big. We would just blow apart some of those lateral lines if we don't get it stuck anyway. So what I'm going to do, and I'll have a resolution for the next meeting on February 5th, I believe it is. February 5th. To go ahead and buy one. It's $103,000 for the tow behind. It's a brand new unit. I would propose to use ARPA fundings, and I have qualified, made sure we had enough.
It's out of you
Yeah,
would talk to Chip,
Uh,
and that's what you're choosing to use it out of?
Yep,
Out of that
we have
balance.
about 1.75 million that we've spent out of the 2.15
Okay.
thousand. So we'd still be at, just under 1.85.
And you think that's the best use
I think
of
that's,
that money for that
yes, I
land?
think that's the best option for that. And it gives us, 2 units in case either one goes down, so we have one backup. And it gives us another, if we go on one call, or we're doing a dig repair with the VACCON, which is very useful to do those kind of repairs. If something happens, we can send another crew with a tow behind to go ahead and take care of any other issues. It also gives us 2 vehicles. That leads me into another thing that we're going to look at. The VACCON continues to seem like it's reaching its useful age. It's only 4 years old. I think we have a 5-year lease on it, but it can continue to break down. So we'll be looking at maybe trading it in, because we'll probably get the best bang for our buck now because it's not too old. So we may be able to do that, maybe utilizing the rest of our ARPA funding and getting a new truck that'll be good for another at least 5 or 6 years. Or we're probably going to be chasing these maintenance issues and repairing this truck for quite a while. It is a very good piece of equipment because we use it in several different aspects, not just sewer cleaning, and we use it in helping dig repairs and things like that, and it makes things go quite easily. And we've had a lot of repairs over the last 6 weeks. Every week we've had a water main break, and it's been very useful. So those are the things we're going to be looking at. So.
Okay, thank you. Geez, so I think we move to resolutions, right?
Mhm.
So, you all have had copies of the warrant. Anybody have any questions? So do we, how about a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved.
Do we have a
Second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you very much. Next is an approval of an intermunicipal agreement with stormwater outfall sampling. Bill, do you want to talk about that for just a quick second?
Yes. I don't remember how long this has been going on, but I know it's been several years that Warren County Soil and Water do the sampling of our reservoirs. They do a whole litany of, I'm sorry, this is this is not that program, this is the other program for the outfalls. They do, every year they do an outfall sampling, and they give us a list of everything that they find. They make sure that we're within our permit and permit range for our MS4 permit. It's worked out very well, and the fact that it doesn't tie us up to do it.
Is
I've
this
heard-
in your budget?
Yes.
Great. So you'll be making, if we pass this resolution, it'll go on to the council for them to
Yep.
pass the resolution as well?
Mhm.
Anybody have any questions about the approval of the intermunicipal agreement? Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. And then the next is an approval of extension of mowing dams for 2024. Same, just to update to the,
Yes, we have a 2-year contract, and every year we have to have a resolution. And what happens is, they come in 3 times a year, and they mow the dams. We really don't have the equipment to do that, and that. We are in the process of purchasing that. We're purchasing it through a grant with Warren County Soil and Water. They were able to get us a grant to go ahead and can't remember the name of the mower is escaping me, but it's a heavy duty mower that can balance on the steepness of the grades for these dams. So
wow.
this will probably be the last time we do this.
So when, if we get that grant, or have we absolutely gotten the grant?
Yeah, mhm.
So would we think that after that, then we will actually mow it because we'll have the equipment to do it?
Correct. Mhm.
Gotcha. So this might be our last one of approving, this contract with Warren County Soil and Water to mow our dams 2 times a year, 3 times a year?
3 times.
3 times a year. Anybody have any questions? Do we have a motion to approve this contract?
Sure.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. And approval of the Q's camera purchase. Bill?
Yes. As the motion says, the city is part of a nationwide bidding process. The Houston Galveston Area Council, a nationwide bid cooperative, and Q's is on that. Guarantee the price for the equipment is the lowest that they can go. This is a camera system that will allow us to go in and look at our systems in different spots to see where we have breaks. We'll see where blockages are, see where we have root intrusion. I purchased the same exact 2 pieces of equipment, the camera and the pole camera, for Fairfield. And it was greatly used, and will help us out where we don't have to, for smaller jobs, we don't have to go out and try to get a Kenyan or a contractor to come in and televise our lines. Our field operating crew, as long as they're not tied up on water main breaks or sewer breaks, we should be able to do that.
And this you've got figured into the ARPA money
This
as
is
well?
figured in the,
Yeah,
yes.
it's all right.
I'm excited for this system.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
a great new day for us, isn't it?
We've been hands tied behind our back for quite a few instances over the years that I've been around. That this would be great to have.
Any other thoughts, comments? If not, do we have a motion to approve this resolution?
Sure.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Yeah, it's a brand new world, huh? Actually start to do this stuff ourselves.
I have to.
Monthly reports are attached in your documents.
Yeah.
Anybody have any? Bill?
Everything has been good. Obviously, between all the rain and the snow, our reservoirs are over 100%. We're over every spillway, so water's flowing pretty good. We don't see any problems with any of the water. As I stated, the field operating room is very, very busy.
I have to take off.
Okay,
To make
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Thanks,
so-
man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So the, do you need him for a resolution from the meeting?
We don't,
Make
no,
motion to adjourn.
to make motion to adjourn?
Adjourn.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
they've been very, very busy. As I said, they've had a water main break every week since Thanksgiving. We were on Ackley Street the other night, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, coming right off the one on Sanford Street. And that was right after Henry Street, because we were on the one on Henry Street, we got a call, someone hit a hydrant on Sanford Street. So we were out there for quite a bit. We're gonna look at that repair, we may pursue some reimbursement from insurance companies from the gentleman's car that just took the hydrant right off.
Knocked it right off.
Knocked it right off, and then as he did, he probably pulled the pipe out of the valve gate, so we had to replace that. We had to put an insertion valve in because we couldn't shut the water off, and everybody knows what kind of water table's over there. Everything's saturated over that end, up by Windy Ridge,
Yeah.
right on Sanford. So it turned into a weekly project. We had Sanford Street from Windy Ridge to Quaker closed for almost a week. That Sunday where we had a snowstorm, I drove down the street coming back to the last house on the left. There was a gentleman with his flashers on, and I stopped to see if everything was all right. I asked him if everything was all right. He said, "Oh yeah, I live here." And he thanked me for having the road closed because nobody's doing 55 down the road. He says, "Can you leave it like that?"
It closed down, yeah.
So that's where we are. As you can see, we're full bore on the return pump situation, so we're hopefully have 2 of those running by the end of this week. Probably start up next week. And then we had a meeting this morning on the UV system. So we're moving as fast as we can on the UV system because we want to have it in place by April 1st so we can do a shakedown of it all during April, because it has to be ready for May 1st because we have to disinfect from May 1st to October 31st. So I've told everybody if it's not ready by mid-April, you know, if it's not here and all the pieces and everything's here to start on April 1st to have it ready, we won't start and we won't put it in place until after October 31st. We'll maintain the old system for the 6 months that's need be, and then go ahead and replace that right after the year. But we're trying to get it by April 1st because it will be more effective and more efficient, and we'll save energy on that.
Fantastic. Any questions? Not hearing any water treatment. You see the water treatment report from DCK.
Mhm.
Anybody? Any thoughts, questions?
No.
Then I don't believe we need to go into executive session. Our next proposed meeting dates are the regular Water and Sewer Board meeting of February 5th, 2024 at 2 p.m. Right here. And then the Water and Sewer Workshop Tuesday, February 20th for this month at 2 p.m. or next month, I should say. Those are the next 2 meetings. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Made the
Moved.
motion.
And second? And then all in favor? Aye. Thank you.
But just